Hello YouTube friends, Ben Ochart here. Thank you so much for tuning in. When I did the video on the 60-gallon aquarium where I broke down all the parts of it, and I'll put a link up here so you can link to that video if you like. But one of you, I think someone named Marco, asked about what was inside the hang-on back filter. So I decided to go ahead and make a short video and show you how over time these component parts, these bits of media have worked their way into this hang-on back filter. A little background on that hang-on back filter: it was thrown in on a purchase I made off of Craigslist. I don't know how long they had it. I mean, it might have been used for a few years and then sat in a closet in their house. They gave it to me. It sat in my house for a few years, and then finally I decided to put it onto the 60. Plugged it in, started running great, and it's been strong and quiet ever since. So I have a lot of respect for these Marineland hang-on back filters. But anyway, let's take a look inside of mine. You tell me what you think in the comments below. And it's a little bit of an unorthodox setup, I understand. That's okay, it works for me. And I'd like to hear what you have set up in your hang-on back filter. Share it below in the comments. We all learn from each other on this channel, right? All right, let's get right into it. If you're new to this channel and you like to learn on an ongoing basis like I do about how to take better care of our fish, be sure to hit that sub button, hit that bell. That way you'll get notifications of when I post new content. All right, let's get into the subject. So here we have the 60-gallon grow out tank. You can see a red shoulder there in the background. You're familiar with this tank from that last video I released where I broke it down piece by piece. And that hang-on back filter, together with two Sun 302 canisters, help to keep this tank in the nice, clean, pristine condition that you see it in. It is the home of the fish nicknamed Photoshop, which is that red cap, a spectacular Lethanops, and a couple Lethanops cousins that you see here. Some of my favorite fish, Lethanops. There's also a Malawi gar, a female, I believe, and a couple other fish in there. These Marineland hang-on back filters are pretty hefty. They're pretty large, pretty wide, and let's go ahead and jump into it. The entire lid comes off of it, as you can see here. I'm not sure if the newer version does that. I know they just released a new version of this filter. Not sure how much it's changed. I don't use the cartridges that are sold by Marineland. They can really add up over time, and I'm a bit of a cheapskate, so I went ahead and bought these plastic cartridges that fit perfectly into the filter and are reusable. I stuff mine with just a piece of pinky floss that I hand cut. I mark it with an F for front so that I just know how to position it for water flow purposes, because with pinky, of course, you want the water flowing from the white side to the pink side, from the coarse to the fine. This pinky floss is not in bad shape. It could probably go a little bit longer. Usually I'll run it up until the point where I see some signs of overflow, and by that what I mean is those middle channels in the filter will start to show that water is being blocked a bit, and that's when I change that pinky floss. You can see here that I also have in front of the pinky floss, in other words closer to the front of the tank, these bio balls. These are made by a company called CNZ, and they're just plastic filled with sponge. So you get the benefits of sponge filtration with a lot of water circulation going around it. It's a very simple setup. Just a plastic bio ball with a piece of black, what I think is a medium sponge on the inside, serving as for both cleaning and a home for beneficial bacteria. I guess Marineland considers these wheels as also a home for beneficial bacteria, sort of one of the gimmicks they use to sell these filters, that you have this water circulation and oxygenation, this oxygen and water circulation on these wheels, giving a home for beneficial bacteria. Maybe there's something to it, I don't know. I tap the whole thing down with some of these egg crate sponges that I cut, and that catches anything that might try and come over the top. So that's what's inside that hang-on back filter. It's certainly not factory the way it comes from the factory. I've customized it and set it up differently, the way I do with a lot of my filters. If you have a filter like this, share below in the comments, you know, how you have yours set up, and if you have any suggestions or recommendations about how I have mine set up, also go ahead and share it below. We all learn from each other here, right? All right, so that's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you on Saturday at the Cichlids and Coffee live stream. We can talk about this and a lot of other subjects, and I can answer your questions live. And follow on Instagram at ben.o.cichlid. You get some behind the scenes photos and videos. And also come on over to Facebook to ben.o.cichlid, where we have a great group of over 7,000 members now, of folks that are very helpful. Doesn't matter what kind of fish you keep, doesn't matter if you're a beginner or advanced, come on over and join the group and connect with some fish keepers like yourself who really enjoy the hobby. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you on Saturday at the Cichlids and Coffee live stream. Bye-bye.